Hi, my grade 11 students. Today I am here with you to discuss about management lesson. It is grade 11 unit 2. In the last chapter, we have discussed about supporting services. Last time we did communication and transportation. Under the communication, we discussed definition of communication, internal communication and external communication. What are the factors to be considered when you select more suitable communication method, and also we discuss about the transportation. Under the transportation, we definition of the transportation. After that, element of transportation, right? Different ways of transportation. These are the things we discuss. Advantages and disadvantages. This everything we have finished in the last chapter. Today, management. It's a new lesson, right? Pay highly attention here. Remember this, you should have proper plan to get A pass in your level exam for commerce subject. If you start a business, you should have proper management. You have to manage your employees, you have to manage your other resources, materials to achieve earning profit objective. Not only that, if you don't have proper plan, you can't achieve your business objectives. It means you can't earn profit, right? Remember, everyone should have proper plan. It means they should have proper management to achieve any target. It's a common sense general thing, right? Actually, today I'm going to discuss about management, how management apply to the businesses, and how they achieve their targets, and what is management. These are the things I'm going to discuss today. Everyone take a paper and you write down summary of the lesson. I'll teach you very shortcut to remember this all the things what I'm going to discuss today. I'll give a summary first of all. Before I explain the management, I'll give a summary. Everyone write down this memory chart in your paper, right? Remember this, management. Under the management, we discuss main sub functions of management. Main sub functions of management. What are they? Remember, under the management, we discuss main four sub functions. First one is planning. What is that? Planning. The other one is organizing. 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 The other one, here should we have to add one more n, right? Okay. Then organizing. The other one, leading. Leading. The last one is controlling. I think you can see all. Controlling. Controlling. Right? That's why at the beginning I told you what? You should have proper plan to achieve something, right? Some target. Right? Remember, these are the sub functions of management: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. This set of all functions is called as management. Not only one thing, right? You should have proper plan. Not only that, you have to organize that plan in activities. After that, under the leading, we discuss about how to guide each sections. Then finally, we discuss controlling, means controlling unit like, right? Controlling means there we analyze in whether activities are done as planned process. If there are some mistakes, we make them correctly, right? That is controlling. This everything, these four functions are called as what? Management. Remember, I'll give simple introduction about the planning. Planning is this. Planning is determining. Everyone write down this, right? Determining activities and setting activities. Yeah, setting activities. It means what you are going to do, right? A school president decided to go annual trip to Anuradhapura. Decided to go. It determined that. Planning activity. Right? Yeah, school, commerce circle, if not commerce society, decided to decided to conduct exhibition, right? So it is decided something, right? Planning. That thing. Examples, right? Now organizing. Organizing is this. After deciding to do something, you remember what are the activities, how you allocate the resources for that activity. That part is called organizing, right? Appointing leaders, appointing managers, right? Like that. So then we allocate available physical and human resources to do that something, right? So that is organizing. Then here I'll give simple introduction, right? Distributing resources. Distributing resources. Distributing resources. Right? Then leading. After distributing resources to the relevant sections or relevant sites or relevant parties, there should be a person to guide these all activities. Guiding part, directing human resources part, right? That part is leading. So here you can write directing human resources. Directing human resources. Directing human resource means HR, right? This is a shortcut for you to remember all the matters in the management lesson, right? The other one, controlling. Controlling unit. Controlling means we analyze whether the activities are done as planned process. After going trip, the principal make an interview like, right? What happened in the trip, right? Then did you see all the places as planned process, right? So analyzing part. If there are some mistakes in the next trip, we can understand what are the mistakes we have done in the last trip and they can make them correctly. That part is called what? Controlling part. Here actually I take a simple example to understand the whole the lesson. After that, one by one, what is planning, what is organizing, what is leading and what is controlling, I am going to discuss, right? Here everyone write down this. Analyzing activities are done as planned. As planned. Activities are done as planned. If there are some mistakes, we can make them correctly. This set of sub functions is called what? Management, right? Now let's we move to the lesson, right? Introduction to management. Introduction to management. In general, the nature of the resources are that they are limited compared to the unlimited human wants. Businesses are also face this limitedness of resources. Since the resources such as labor and raw material, cash, etc., owned by a business are limited. All the resources available in the business are limited. We have to manage them, right? Business should have the ability to utilize such resources, right? Utilize such resources to obtain the maximum benefit while minimizing the wastage, right? Remember, if you start the business, you have only limited resources, right? You don't have unlimited employees, unlimited raw materials, right? You have limited resources. What you do to achieve your business objective, you want to manage this limited resources, minimizing wastage in, right? So you have to minimize in the wastage and you have to get maximum benefit of these resources what you have to achieve your business objectives. Right? Then say, what is management? Management is using minimum resources, getting maximum output. Here actually you have to apply planning, organizing, leading and controlling these concepts, right? Not only that, you must remember this thing. When you make a plan, when you make organizing role, when you do leading role and controlling, that time you must consider about effectiveness and efficiency also. Effectiveness and efficiency also. Now we'll see what is effectiveness. Effectiveness is using resources achieve the expected objectives. You can use the available resources. Finally, you try to achieve what? Business objectives. Using available resources, you try to achieve your business objectives. But efficiency is different meaning. Efficiency means using resources to obtain maximum output from minimum resources. Remember, you try to use minimum resources and also you try to get maximum benefit from these resources. Right? You don't try to here to get more resources. You try to use minimum resources and you try to get maximum output from this minimum resources. That is efficiency. That is efficiency. Right? Then actually using this concept, we can make a definition. We can make a definition. What is the definition of management? What is the definition of management? Remember this. Management is process of. Management is process of, right? Planning. Then when you write the definition, you mention process of, right? Process of what and what? Process of planning. Planning. Then organizing. Then leading. Then controlling. Then I am going to define what is management, right? Remember, management is a process of what? Planning, organizing, leading, controlling the resources of the business to achieve business objectives efficiency and effectively. Now try to remember the definition. Here actually I'll give you shortcut, very shortcut to remember this thing. You remember when you start the definition, you must remember this. It is a process, right? Management is a process, not only one activity. You know there are 4 functions of management, right? You have to mention about these 4 functions when you give the definition, right? Management is a process of what and what? Planning and organizing and leading and controlling. Actually, for what you do this everything? For the resources available with you, right? For what? To achieve business objective, not just to achieve the objective. Here you try to with what? Efficiency and effectively, right? This is the definition of management. What is that? Management is a process of planning, organizing, leading, controlling the resources of the business to achieve business objective efficiency and effectively. I already explained what is effectiveness and efficiency. Let's go again. Here, effectiveness, right? Effectiveness means this: using available resources, achieving business objectives. Here you can use available resources to achieve your business objectives, right? So using available resources, achieving business objectives. It is effectiveness, right? Efficiency. We'll see what is the efficiency. Efficiency means using resources to obtain maximum output. To get in maximum output from minimum resources. Simple meaning is here you use minimum resources, but you try to get maximum output from these minimum resources, right? These two concepts also to be considered when you give the definition for the management, right? I'll explain it again. What is management? Management is process of planning, organizing, leading, controlling the resources of the business to achieve business objectives efficiently and effectively. It is called what? Management. Now I move to the functions of management, right? Functions of management process. Management is a continuous process which consists of four main processes or management functions. Management functions. They are, first one, planning. I already explained this one, right? Organizing, we talk about this, right? Then leading here, right? When I give the definition, we use that word. Controlling. Controlling also we use to make a definition, right? Now there are four functions of management. What are the four functions of management? Planning, organizing, leading and controlling. What are they? Planning, organizing, leading and controlling. What is planning? What is planning? You should have proper plan to get A pass for O-level exam, right? Plan, you should have a plan, right? To do something, to achieve a certain target, you should have a proper plan. It is planning, right? Here we apply the same concept to a business. We'll see. Remember, planning is the process of determining objectives of a business and determining the activities to achieve these objectives, right? We can break into two categories. Planning, what is that? Determining objectives and determining activities. Determining objectives and determining activities. I'll give the example for this. A school principal decided to go annual trip to Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa. Decided to do something. Determining objective and activities. Planning, right? Planning. Then, in order to achieve this objective, the following activities can be planned, right? What are they? Determining how the constructions and selling will be carried out. What is this? Remember this, right? Now you think, I take another example. You think about construction company. What is their job? They are constructing houses and they sell. Think about, there's a construction company. Their plan is to construct 100 houses during this year and sell them at the end of the year. Before we finish the year, their target is to sell these all the houses. It is their plan, right? Now, determining how construction and selling will be carried out. They want to think about how they do it, right? In which areas we have to construct these houses and how we collect the people, employees to work there. From where we recruit the employees and how we sell it, right? What is the marketing plan? These are the things what they decide to do, how to do, right? So these all the things, all the factors are called as what? Planning. Determining the required resources and employees, right? they want to decide from where they recruit the employees, from where we purchase the materials, sand and bricks and cement, steel and those things to construct houses we need, no, they are the raw materials, right? Then they want to decide from where we purchase them at low prices, right? Then determining how obtain required resources, yeah, they can get price list of different hardwares, and they can decide what is the lowest price, how much the lowest price, and they can decide this is the supplier we select to get all the materials like that. So they are the planning process, right? Planning is decided to do something, right? Think about constructing company decided to construct 100 houses and sell them in the same year. It is the planning. These are the planning activities, sub activities which comes under the planning, right? Then see it again. What is planning? Planning is the process of determining objectives and what? Determining activities for what? To achieve these objectives, to achieve business objectives, right? Now remember, you can remember very easy here how you can break this definition into two parts. What are the two parts? Determining objectives and determining what? Objectives and what? Activities. It is planning. These are the examples, right? Now the next one, organizing. We'll see what is organizing. Organizing is the process of distributing required resources, job roles and tasks in order to implement the planned activities to achieve the objectives of a business. You can see in each definition, end of the definition they add some same words. What are they? What? To achieve business objectives. It's a common words when you give the definition, right? Then to achieve the objectives of a business. In the previous, under the planning definition also, I told you the same words, right? Under the planning we talk about determining objectives and determining activities, right? But here we'll see organizing is the process of distributing required resources, job roles and tasks in order to implement the planned activities. Now you have a plan. What is the plan? Your plan is to construct 100 houses and sell them in the same year, right? In this task, how they purchase the raw material, from where who are the suppliers, right? How we do the recruitment process. These are the things comes under the planning category. But organizing category is this. Creating job roles. Job roles means we want to recruit a supervisor to visit all the houses, right? We want to recruit the other workers, laborers, right? So then creating job roles, recruiting the people, and also we want to distribute what? Cement, sand and steel and bricks and all the raw materials what they required to construct a house. They want to distribute to the relevant sites because we are going to construct 100 houses, not in the same place, in different areas in Sri Lanka. Then under the organizing process, they want to do what? They want to recruit the peoples, laborers and helpers, supervisors, right? Sometimes they may recruit a marketing manager. Why? They want to sell this old houses, not old houses, new houses, right? They want to sell this new houses, right? To do this marketing, to advertising part, they can recruit a person as marketing manager or marketing executive, like this. Everything is called what? Organizing. Simply, you remember, distributing resources, creating job roles are called what? Organizing, right? Organizing. appointing managers responsible for constructions and sales activities of the business. Yeah, appointing managers. We appoint a manager and we give a task. You do this thing. I expect this job from you. I'll pay monthly salary for this amount, 100,000 or 150,000, right? We recruit a manager. Then allocating employees for each section and required resources to both managers and employees, right? After recruiting the people, employees, we allocate to the relevant sites. You go to this site and you go to this site. This is your job. Like, we allocate the people, we distribute the physical resources also to the relevant sites. That part is called what? Organizing, right? Then you remember what is organizing? Organizing is what? Process of what? Distributing required resources, job roles, tasks in order to implement the planned activities to achieve the objectives of a business, right? These are the examples for this. Now leading, right? Then we'll see what is leading. Leading is the process of directing human resources appropriately when implementing the planned process. They should be led by giving the required information and instructions and motivating them to do the relevant activities. Leading is directing human resources, guiding the human resources. We give the motivation part to do this thing, right? And here they want to construct 100 houses, quality 100 houses. To get quality houses, they want to supervise, right? Then not only that, after constructing houses, they want to sell it in the same year. Then marketing manager and production manager, they want to communicate their ideas and informations and details between these two people. Why? After constructing houses, marketing manager job is to sell them, right? So they want to communicate proper and accurate details information between these two persons, right? Then production manager guide their employees to get quality houses. Marketing manager guide their marketing executives or assistants to sell these houses, right? The guiding part, directing human resources part is called what? Leading. We'll see it again. What is leading? Leading is the process of directing human resources appropriately when implementing the planned process. They should be led by giving the required information and instructions and motivating them to do relevant activities, right? The leading process of the above mentioned example can be implemented as follows, right? Remember, but I have taken an example for the previous one. What? Constructing 100 houses and sell them in the same year. Under the same example, I can explain what is leading. Production manager and sales manager or marketing manager providing the required information and instructions to their employees, right? Production manager should give instructions. They want to motivate their employees to get quality houses, right? Sales manager, if not a marketing manager, guide their marketing executives or marketing assistants to sell all houses, right? That is leading part. Motivating employees to do their jobs appropriately by maintaining good professional relationship with them, right? Then they can motivate the people, they can motivate their employees to do, giving some targets, right? Giving some commissions method, like that. So finally, production manager and marketing manager, if not sales manager, if not top management wants to motivate the under level employees to get the business objectives, to achieve the business objectives. That part is called what? Leading. Now controlling. Controlling is the process of finding out whether the business activities are implemented as planned, and if not, identifying errors and taking necessary measures to correct them. This is the final step of management, right? The first step is planning, determining objectives and activities. Organizing, distributing human and physical resources and creating job roles. These things, right? Leading is guiding the people, directing the human resources, giving some motivations, right? Finally, controlling is this: after planning process, after organizing, after leading process, end of these three process, they want to analyze these all the activities were done as planned process, according to their plan, in order to their plan, right? If there are some mistakes, they can make correctly, right? Identifying errors and make them correctly. That part is called what? Controlling. This is a final step of management. We'll see it again. Controlling is the process of finding out whether business activities are implemented as planned, and if not, if there are some mistakes, identifying errors and taking necessary measures to correct them. Simply, they check it first what? They have done these all activities according to the plan, right? If it is not, they identify what are the mistakes, they measure the errors and they make them correctly. That is controlling. That is controlling, right? The controlling process of above mentioned example can be done as follows. According to the same example, I'll explain you what kind of things, what kind of factors we can take under the controlling, right? Finding out whether houses are constructed with the expected quality. Our plan was to construct quality houses. Now we check the quality. That part is controlling, right? Finding out whether those houses have been sold as planned. According to the planning process, I explained you, their target is they determine to construct 100 houses and sell them in the same year. Then under the controlling part, they check quality of the whole houses, and finally they now check actually they have sold or not these whole houses. How many houses are still remaining, right? So these are the things, right? If construction and selling have not been carried out as planned, finding out reasons for that, planning necessary measures to avoid such errors. Simply, first they check the quality of the houses. Second time they check how many houses they can sell and they already sold, right? What are the mistakes they have done? They identify these errors and they make them correctly. That part is called what? Controlling. Now you know, under the management, we discuss about main 4 sub functions. What are they? Planning, organizing, leading and controlling. What are the main 4 functions of management? Planning, organizing, leading and controlling. Under the planning, I told you at the beginning to write down very short summary. Under the summary, you can re-revise it, how determining objectives and activities. You see on your paper, you have written now what? Organizing, distributing human resources and physical resources. Organizing, right? Then leading, guiding human resources, if not directing human resources. Finally, controlling, checking whether activities are done as planned process, identify some mistakes and errors, they make them correctly. These are called functions of management. These all functions of management, right? All sub-functions of management included in management definition. Not only that, we discuss about effectiveness and efficiency also, right? Now, we'll go to the activity 1 in your textbook, right? Following statements are regarding the management process. If each statement true, put tick, or if false, put cross. First one, a business needs management to obtain maximum benefits from limited resources. True or false? True. If it is true, we put the tick. It is true, right? Now the next one. Every business operates in order to achieve a specific objective or several objectives. Yes, that one also true. Then you can put the tick. If it is false, you can put the cross, right? Now the next one. In developed countries in the world, yes, resources available for satisfying human needs are unlimited. It's false. All the countries in the world, they have only limited resources, but it says developed countries, they have unlimited resources. It's false. Then you put the cross. Now the next one. Management is a continued process of consisting of several functions. Yeah. What are the several functions? There are 4 functions. No. What? Planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. So several function. It is true. Then you can put the tick also for this one. Right? Now the next. 5th one. The planning process includes determining objectives of a business as well as determining ways for achieving objectives. When I start the lesson, I told you to write a summary. Under the planning, you can see you have written now what? Determining objectives and activities. Then same the meaning says through this statement, this one also true. Organizing consists of activities related to delegating tasks to achieve planned activities, appointing individuals for those tasks and delegating responsibilities and duties for them. Yeah, simply it says distributing human resources, appointing managers, creating job roles, right? Then same the meaning is given through this statement. This one also true. Leading means managers guiding their employees on the task that they have to perform. Yeah, guiding the people. It is leading. Controlling means finding whether the activities have been implemented as planned, and if not, finding the reasons for that and replanning to correct them. Yeah, simple meaning of the controlling is analyzing the activities are done or not as planned process. If there are some mistake, then so they are going to make it correctly. The same meaning is given here. Then this one also true. Right? Now, we go to the activity 2 in your textbook. Right? The Commerce Society of Kavantisa Central College has conducted the Commerce Day successfully. Several activities of adapted process for the event are given below. Right? Determining a theme for Commerce Day. What is this? Determining theme for the Commerce Day. Planning, organizing, leading, or controlling. It is planning, determining. Objectives and activities you remember, right? Planning. Then determining a date and time. Like these things actually planning. right? Then determining the activities to be done for the commerce day, planning, right? This one also planning. Then appointing committees depending on the activities, appointing managers, right? Creating job roles, distributing human resources, physical resources, you remember? What is that? Organizing, right? Then here, organizing, right? Organizing. Then appointing leaders for the commerce committees, same thing. What? Organizing. Nominating members for committees. Nominating members for committees. That one also what? Organizing. Right? Determining how to obtain required funds and resources. Which one? Determining something. Determining objectives and activities. Remember? Planning, right? Planning. Allocating funds and resources to the committees. Allocating, distributing resources. No. Yeah. What is that? It is organizing. Committee leaders providing the required instructions for their members, guiding the people, directing the human resources. What is that? Leading. It is leading. Next one. Committee leaders employing their members in the respective activities. Committee leaders employing their members in respective activities. Right? What is that? Say, committee leaders employing their members in the respective activities. What is that? It is organizing or leading. Say, it is leading, right? Leading. Actually, here we can take this one under the organizing part also, right? You can see some features of leading and some features of organizing. So, leading or organizing, right? Leading or organizing. Committee leaders, yeah, it is finished. Finding out whether each committee functions accordingly. What is that? It is controlling. Right? Finding out whether there would be any drawback that would occur on the commerce day and taking necessary measures to overcome them. Right? Finding out, no. So, it comes under the controlling. Then, at the end of the commerce day, preparing a report analyzing the reasons for the success and drawbacks. That one also controlling. Okay, actually now we finish 2 activities in your textbook also. Today I discuss about management. Under the management we talk about planning, organizing, leading and controlling with examples. Not only that, we have discussed about the more 2 concepts. It is effectiveness and efficiency, right? We have done 2 activities in your textbook also, right? I am going to finish today part. In the next time we will meet with the chapter 3. It is marketing. Okay, take care. Goodbye.